Hey, what's going on, y'all? So today, let's talk about The Boys, episode 4, season 4. So apparently, Frenchie is gay now. I don't know about y'all, but to me, this just seemed like it just came out of left field. There's nothing wrong, with gay people or being gay, but it just seems like it just came out of left field. Like the previous seasons, you know, didn't lead to him having that type of lifestyle. It seemed like he was in love with the female specimen, but I don't know. I guess I didn't see this coming. But before we talk about episode 4, I think Prime didn't do a good job of placing this season against House of the Dragon, because I think more people are going to be talking about, House of the Dragon that's on Max instead of Boys season 4. The Boys is a good show, but right now, after the first episode of House of the Dragon, I think everybody's talking about that. And this is my opinion. I don't think a lot of people are talking about the Boys right now. I think they should have waited till July to put these episodes out. That's just my opinion. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they got Rings of Power they got to fit in this year. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, first we're gonna start with Frenchie. So he's in this relationship with this guy that apparently he did some bad things to his family in the past, and he is contemplating on whether he should tell him or not. And eventually you see what happens later in the show. So we'll see what happens with that storyline. And I'm digging this new Black Noir now. This the Black Noir, he is very talkative. He's like the polar opposite from this the old Black Noir we had, because the previous one didn't talk at all, and this one he wants to talk, but they keep trying to shut him up. So I get a kick out of that. So I like that. And they got this new member of the Seven called Firecracker. She's kind of like a Marjorie Taylor Greene slash Ann Coulter type of personality, very right wing. And I don't know. Yeah, the character's all right, but we'll see what happens with her down the line. So the team finally lets Butcher back on the team that he created. So they're giving him a chance, and I don't know what's going on with him. I know he's dying of something. I guess it's the V that he's taking, but something's crazy going on with him. Homelander, I think Homelander this season is suffering from PTSD. He in this episode he confronts, some of the doctors who tested on him in the past, and I think a lot of things are bothering him. So he basically wants some answers, but probably doesn't know how to express himself. So he just takes it out on them, and he just starts murking dudes. One dude, he just loses a Johnson. Put it that way. He loses his member. And then we see Huey's dad still messed up. I forgot what condition he had or what happened to him, but Huey has this bright idea to get some V for him, to help his recovery. And you see he gets A-Train to help him out to get this V. I guess A-Train wants some forgiveness for what he did to Huey in the past. So, and then Huey and a female specimen, they get in this little battle with this minor gang. It's just pointless. filler right here to me. It's a pointless filler fight scene. But anyway, they end up beating these bad guys up, killing them, whatever. I didn't care for that part. But let's see what else. So Firecracker, actually, let me go back. So the Butcher and Mother's Milk, they try to frame Firecracker, and she basically says, go ahead, send the video. And then she basically tells the world about her past, and, she asks the fans for forgiveness. I guess they forgive her, whatever. And then she ends up blackmailing Starlight, showing the world videos about her past. And then Starlight just snaps and beats the shit out of Firecracker in front of everybody. I thought that was a good part of the episode right there. I don't know, I forgot what Firecracker's powers are, but it seems like her powers are pretty weak because she just got destroyed by Starlight. I know Starlight's not in a pushover, but, if you're going to be a part of 7, you got to have some kind of, decent superpowers. But whatever. And then Butcher gets in this fight with Firecracker's preacher, who is a kind of a Mr. Fantastic knockoff. So he gets to the fight with him, and then, something happens to Butcher, and it comes out of his throat, and somehow whatever came out of his throat kills this Mr. Fantastic knockoff. So I'm sure further episodes will elaborate on what happened to the Butcher. And what else happened in this episode? So the Deep, he has this weird relationship with, with the new sister girl that's on the 7, the smartest person in the world. So they had this weird relationship, and I guess the Deep has to do this crazy lobotomy for her to basically dumb herself down to where she can kind of relax. And I guess, when that happens, she gets her mini lobotomy. Her and the Deep get it on. That was a good scene right there. So the show ends with, Huey's dad is getting dosed up with V, so we're going to see what's up with him later on in the future. And then Homelander basically snaps and just kills all the doctors and the people in the lab, except for one of the female doctors that, I don't know, I guess she was kind of nice to him, kind of nurtured him, when he was younger, because she basically told, us that Homelander could have got out at any time when he was held captive as a teenager, but he stayed there because he wanted to be loved. Basically, he didn't want to let anybody down. So I think now Homelander is kind of dealing with these demons. So we'll see, how this unfolds later. But overall, this is a pretty good episode. But so far, I'm kind of liking this season less than the previous seasons. I don't know why. It just doesn't have really that much oomph, in this season so far. And I'm gonna repeat this again. I really think they fucked up on putting this against House of the Dragon around the same time frame. House of the Dragon is gonna destroy the ratings of The Boys, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but Boys already have 4 episodes out. House of Dragon has 1 episode out, so we're gonna see, how the ratings go. But again, overall, I like this episode, but it needs to pick it up. So we'll see what happens. We're about halfway in, so we'll see what happens. So if you like this video, I appreciate you watching. Give me a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Peace out.